Yeah, he's south on
Sky
Briggs.
5. Well, this is very interesting. Apparently the Bears decided to move around.
Oh, garbage cans are out too.
Yeah, just a couple of minutes ago, the bear left the clearing in the backyard there, and he made his way over to the driveway over on Mayfield. He came down that driveway, down Mayfield, and now he's on Briggs, and now it looks like he's turning into another driveway here. We're going to kind of maneuver around and see if we can get another shot of him. But yeah, he would definitely.
Right there.
Oh, okay, we got someone, a resident there.
He just saw the bear.
Fell in a hole.
Alexa Longira laughs about it now, but when it happened, it was a shock. She was walking along Victory Boulevard, about to read a text message on her girlfriend's cell phone, when the sidewalk suddenly wasn't there.
Like there was no warning of a big open hole.
A big open manhole. Alexa tumbled 6 feet underground and landed in 4 inches of raw sewage.
A manhole. That's what I said. How could my kid fall down a manhole?
In a word, Alexa's mother says it was horrible.
From your sink to your toilet, it's down in there. And she was smelly.
Alexa had cuts across her arms and down her back. And they know it could have been worse if the sewer had been full or if Alexa had hit her head.
It could have been worse. It could have been a lot worse. I could have lost my baby if she would have fell an inch over.
Workers on the scene told Kim they'd left the manhole unattended in order to get cones to mark it off. DEP is conducting a full investigation of what happened, said an agency spokeswoman. We regret that this happened and wish the young woman a speedy recovery. End quote. But Alexa's mom says that's not good enough.
No, I'm sorry. Then you must have failed DEP school. It shouldn't have happened. It was a simple thing.
She gets out and all awkwardly walks away.
Oh my god. Play it back. Do it again.
Oh, I gotta show you.
And she just leaves.
I gotta show you the other angle.
I love this.
4:20 today.
Oh my god, that was today?
Yep.
So there she goes. And boom!
Hello everyone, welcome to Global Government News. Today is Wednesday, April 11th, 2012, and I'm Darko. My website is ggnonline.com and ddarko2012 and 2013 on my YouTube channels. Okay, all the headlines and links will be posted in YouTube's video description. And this first video was the most recent. Basically, texting while walking down the street can be dangerous. Traffic lamp, blah, 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 but basically ran into a bear. So the next one is teen while texting falls into a manhole. And, of course, the woman is basically trying to hint at she wants compensation for her basically not, yeah, you're supposed to have cones and stuff like that, but you're also supposed to be aware of your surroundings. And it just goes to show you how much people are really just after screwed if the crap does hit the fan. Most people will not be able to handle it. They won't. They're not used to looking around. They're not used to seeing things that are out of place, noticing little inconsistencies in people's behavior, in the weather, whatever, right? And that's why they're not going to survive. You know, walking in the mall. This is an older one from January 2011. Of a girl walking in the mall with her cell phone, texting, whatever, and walking straight into a water fountain. So that I think that right there is a good barometer of where we're at, and as far as society goes. U.S. and the thing is, the goal of course is to get people hooked up into the computers. Ultimately becoming cyborgs. So. Says here, U.S. police can copy your iPhone's contents in under 2 minutes. It's emerged that Michigan State Police have been using a high-tech mobile forensic device that can extract information from over 3,000 models of mobile phones, potentially grabbing all media content from your phone in under 2 minutes. So they've been using it since 2008 to copy information from mobile phones belonging to motorists stopped for minor traffic violations. This device can circumvent password restrictions and extract existing hidden and deleted phone data, including call history, text messages, contacts, images, and geotags. So, and they probably, you know, told people in 2011 or something that they were doing it. It's kind of like here where I live at the Department of Motor Vehicles, basically where you go to get your little piece of paper saying that you can travel, you know, because it's basically a privilege and not a right to travel. So when you go in there, now you have to get your biometric facial scan done. Well, actually, they were testing it. They were actually testing it only in a few facilities. And what I read afterwards was that they were starting it in like 2011, 2012. Really just like 2011. So going back, I actually called the state capitol, because I live in Indiana, so Indianapolis, and I asked them, and they're like, "Oh, we don't know when they started to do the biometric scans," because I was concerned. I had my license in 2008, and I wanted to know. And according to the news articles, they were just testing, and it wasn't really statewide or anything. Well, lo and behold, they've actually been doing it prior to 2008, since like 2006 or something. So, but they just didn't tell the public that. You know what I'm saying? So, moving on here, cops can request a copy of your complete Facebook activity. If police officers were to file a subpoena for your Facebook information, they'd receive a printout of data from the social network. They said this would be so detailed, complete, and creepy that you should strive to be a good law-abiding citizen just to prevent it from ever existing, or just not have a Facebook account. So, but yeah, so you can go in there and check that out. And they kind of promoted this story with this Craigslist killer. Basically, you know, there was a person that went in there and basically updated their Facebook information while he was on the run. Okay, next up, mind reading may be next secret weapon. The United States Army is trying to create a force of telepathic troops who can communicate silently in the dim of the battle by reading each other's minds. Said wearing helmets fitted with electrodes that can read signals from the brain, they would be able to warn each other about an ambush or call in drones without saying a single word. So I'm not sure if you heard of Duncan O'Finian, but he claims that he was part of the Super Soldier program under MK Ultra, Project Talent, where they took basically young people, children, and they separate them into assassins and psychic assassins, and they would be trained in stuff like this. So it's already been going on, you know, at least since the 80s, if not, you know, the Manchurian Candidate since the 50s or 40s or prior to that. So, but the whole goal is not for so much humans as it is computers or robots. So they want to have robots to have this technology, not really the humans. They'll phase the humans out when they have the technology. So it says iBrain can read your mind, and lists Stephen Hawking. Team of California scientists have developed the world's first portable brain scanner, and it may soon be able to read a person's mind, playing a major role in facilitating medical breakthroughs. So yeah, it'll go in there and say, you know, Stephen Hawking, ooh, it's going to help health reasons, right? Well, no, it's going to be used against you by the powers that be, by the global enslavement system to read your mind so that you can't lie. And then, of course, you have what? Pre-crime that kicks in before you even actually do something. And they're already kind of doing that with the war on terror. You don't have to actually do anything. You just have to say something, and all of a sudden you get SWAT teamed and raided and thrown in federal prison, and they throw away the key. But it goes on there, and it says that it fits over the person's head and measures unique neurological patterns connected to specific thought processes. It says the goal is to eventually have a large enough database of these brainwaves that a computer can essentially read a person's thoughts out loud. One person who has already tried out the device is famed physicist Stephen Hawking. Look at this. It says, we'd like to find a way to bypass his body, pretty much hack his brain. Said this past summer, Hawking, who asked to think very hard about completing various tasks while wearing the device. This is scary. It says that the device can be used at home by individuals and worn during sleep. It comes equipped with a USB port for transferring the recorded data. See what I mean? It's like people are going to be wearing these things hooked up to a computer while they're sleeping and just downloading like in the Matrix, man. This is just freaky. And, of course, this is the first step towards personalized medicine. It's very personal, right? Want sweet dreams? Now there's an app for that. So it goes on and says you can supposedly influence your dreams by regulating your cheese consumption before bed. But these days, however, things are a little more high tech. So they invented a phone app that claims to let you create a perfect dream by playing a soundscape that subliminally, I can't pronounce that word, I'm sorry, influences the sleeping mind. It's not that I don't know what it means, it's just that I have a hard time pronouncing certain words. So users can take their pick from peaceful rural settings, busy street scenes, or even dramatic adventures set in space. Wait for my computer here. It says, while it may sound rather like a sinister plot from a science fiction, of course, they always throw that crap out there for the hooplehead sheeple, said, who helped develop the program, believes that it could aid those suffering from sleeping disorders and depression. So these shrinks are basically, they're planning to collect thousands of records from users of the app as part of a mass experiment, basically to see how easy it is to influence their dreams. So, see, again. So, it's not bad enough that people have their clock, alarm clock radios and that just beaming out these electromagnetic frequencies, basically radiation, right at their heads. I mean, they're high doses of radiation coming out of those clock radios. And where are they usually? Right by your head. So now people have all their cell phones and smartphones by their head. But look at this. They can then put their phone face down on the mattress, ideally close to their head. It's like a nice brain tumor, and it uses a motion sensor to detect when the sleeper is. And, you know, I've mentioned this before, and I don't really care if people believe me or not, but I believe there is technology to be able to locate people based off certain frequency or energy that they give off, very individual, tailored to each person. Basically, your brain waves, it's unique to you. And I do believe that they're basically going into people's dreams and manipulating them already. So this is just another phase of it, I guess. Japanese biometric ATM reads your palm, tells fortune. So it goes on and it says a palm reading cash machine basically will be in Japan, and it'll introduce the first ATM that lets you withdraw money just by scanning your palm. And just going back to the dreams and pulsing people with microwaves, it's called silent sound. There's a patent for it in that, so just go look it up. Royal Canadian Mint to create digital currencies. So that's right, Royal Canadian Mint wants to get rid of pocket change and enlisting hackers types for help. So they're hiring the hackers, like the U.S. Navy said recently. New microchip knows just where you are. The chip achieves unprecedented accuracy by processing information from many different sensors. Says they've just rolled out a chip for smartphones that promises to indicate location ultra precisely, possibly within a few centimeters, vertically and horizontally, indoors and out. It can receive signals from global navigation satellites. Cell phone towers are buddies, right? Wi-Fi hotspots. Now they're hooking, making the homeless into Wi-Fi hotspots, and also input from gyroscopes. The new chip can even determine what floor of a building you're on thanks to its ability to integrate information from the atmospheric pressure sensor on the models. It says the density of these sensors will give you even finer location. Goes on and says it could show you where the bananas are within a store, even on which shelf there is a specific brand. Moving on, we have cell phone application claims to measure how much radiation is coming from your cell phone. That's right, it's a new application. And, you know, because a lot of people are concerned about this. But it goes on and says that Apple specifically has banned this from online application stores, citing that they felt it would be confusing to customers. Confusing, yeah, I bet. Not surprisingly, the developer of this app says that publicly they believe Apple is more concerned that the new app could harm sales of their overwhelmingly popular iPhone, and not with the potential, quote, confusion that it might cause users. Next up, we have first man arrested with drone evidence. Court must decide if police are allowed to use drones to help make arrests, and you know they will. The Supreme Court ruling allows strip searches for any arrest. They voted that officials may strip search people arrested for any offense, however minor, before admitting them to jails, even if the officials have no reason to suspect the presence of contraband. And it says here it's joined by the court's conservative wing. They're really conservative, right? It goes on and says that the courts are in no position to second-guess the judgments of the correctional officials. And it's funny because they're already strip searching people in public, are at the airports, right? The TSA are. They're strip searching people that are not even committed of a crime. So the CIA and FBI have won a court ruling allowing them to withhold evidence from British MPs about suspected UK involvement in extraordinary rendition or the secret arrest and alleged torture of terror suspects. 19 things that the talking heads on television are being strangely silent about. Go there and check that out. Links will be posted. There's actually some articles that I covered in there. Military wants to implant tiny doctors in soldiers' bodies to make them better soldiers, right? Well, no, they want to eventually have it for machines. It says here, nanotube tech leading to faster, low-cost medical diagnosis. And they're talking about this, scientists working on a device to travel through the bloodstream. And these objects that will be placed in your body will be powered wirelessly with electromagnetic radio waves. Remember about the soldiers, the singularity is coming, 3 chips that meld man and machine. Remember DARPA's flesh-eating robot Well, now they have a mini intestine to digest it. This is GGN. Thank you.